America, and hello world. Good morning, Filipinas. Welcome to our The Teacher Voice. This is just an hour show that aims to give teachers the opportunity to talk on air about their unforgettable journey, thrilling adventures, share their splendid wisdom to inspire and give hope to our listeners and viewers. This show airs by the Philippine Las Vegas radio station located in the heart of Las Vegas every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And there in the Philippines, it's Sunday, 9 in the morning. I am Teacher Judy, your host, and my co-host for tonight is Tita Josie Harrison from Las Vegas.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for
And Tita Josie, Tita Pasit is not around this time, so we're gonna miss Tita Pasit.
Yeah,
right.
But her husband is celebrating his birthday, right?
Right, the birthday of the husband of Tita Pasit. Tito Ramon, happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday.
Right. And Tita Josie, before tayo mag-proceed, siguro mag-greet muna tayo sa ating mga friends, mga teachers, family, and other relatives natin sa Philippines and even here and the whole world. Tita?
Yes, because PHLB is live streaming sa ibang lugar ng buong mundo. Good evening po, good afternoon, o kung anumang time dyan. Dito, alas 4 na po ng hapon dito sa Las Vegas. At kay Judy, you are 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, Tita.
7 o'clock in the evening. Kaya please stay with us. We have a very important, good-looking guest for tonight.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I am very excited. Anyway, I want to greet there sa Philippines and even sa mga friends around the world. And I want to greet my family there in Bacolod City. And especially, Tita, we have to pray also sa ating mga friends doon, mga relatives sa Philippines. Ngayon sa Manila, parang very nag-rise na naman ang ating COVID doon. So we have to pray. A lot of friends of mine, they are suffering right now sa COVID. Our prayers are with you guys.
Yes. Amen.
Yes. Now, I have a friend in here that is not just a friend, but very close to my heart. Tita, I want you to read first the first paragraph in there to introduce our friend in here.
Okay. Again, hello to everyone. I have the privilege to introduce our special guest for tonight, a very close friend of our host, Judilyn Frank. She teaches science and math at the New York Military Academy in Cornwall on Hudson, New York. They have cadets from grades 7 to 12. She has been teaching since 1999 from middle school to high school. During the summer, she teaches both ELA, which we will know later what that means, is that elementary, we'll know later, and math to fourth grade students as part of the enrichment and enforcement. Go ahead, Judy.
One of her philosophies in life is that we never stop our love for teaching, for learning, I mean. This gets her excited each day, whether she is in the classroom or outside of the four walls of an educational institution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and honor to introduce my friend, a teacher also, Everly Platon.
Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome.
My friend, Everly, we are going to give you time also to greet your friends there in the Philippines and even here in America. Okay, ikaw na naman.
Okay. Tita Josie and especially Judy, thank you so much for inviting me. This is really an honor and a privilege. So good morning and good evening sa lahat, especially sa mga taga Las Vegas. I think That's one of my favorite places because it's so, I know, it's so fun to be in Las Vegas. There's so many
Yes.
things you can do. So I'd like to greet my family in the Philippines, especially my mom, my children also. I want to say hi and sa aking mga mga classmates at saka mga coworkers at saka mga friends na nasa Pilipinas. Hello po sa inyo. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Yes.
Also, we have to think of, I think it was yesterday or the other night yata, wherein Philippine Airlines had to fly to Afghanistan para kunin po yung mga Filipinos na nag-work doon. So they're moving.
Oh,
So
Wow.
I hope they are all home
Thank you for
safe.
mentioning that. Yes.
So, ganun po. And to all my friends here and families here, especially to Judy, she's one of my heroes.
Abo.
Uh, Thank you so much. And Tito Josie, I am a fan of yours kasi fan po ako ni Jokoy. So
oh,
I follow your celebrity friends on Instagram. So the latest is it's Martin Rivera and Pops Fernandez yata po nasa inyo or nasa basta nag-visit po sa inyo.
Correct, correct.
I saw it on Twitter po. Alright. So thank you so
okay.
much. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, thank you. And thank you very much, Everly, that you mentioned about that thing about Afghanistan, that Philippine
Mm,
airline had that service that they have to pick up or take all the Filipinos
the
in
Filipino
there.
workers, yes.
Right. Yes,
That's
yes.
good.
I
Thank
hope
you
it
very
goes
much
safe.
for mentioning that. So,
Mhm.
Everly, we're not going to grill you. We want to have a
I
chat
know.
with you right now.
Okay. Let's have a
Right, Tita Josie? We are not grilling our interviewees in
We
here, the
will
teachers.
try.
Yes,
I will do my best.
yes. And we are always having fun in here when we interview. Most of us we want to just listen also your story. Each one of us we have story to tell. And that
Right.
story could not be strong or effective to all of us, but each one has a story to tell that can move also and inspire other people, not all but to some, right? So this is it, Everly. Our your story is so very inspiring. When I read Tita Josie, you read that also, and
Yes.
I am very moved about that, and I was very touched when I read that. I know you are a writer, but you are also a science teacher. Yeah,
Mhm.
science teacher. Now, I want to ask you, because what I know that when you were there in the Philippines, you studied first. You want to go to medicine. You want to be a doctor that time. But what is in you that you changed to another degree, not pursuing the medicine?
Oh, because when I was in first grade, so my teacher asked me, Everly, what would you like to become when you grow up? So I immediately answered, I wanted to become a nun and a teacher. But then fast
A
forward in
nun and a teacher?
nun and a teacher
Yes.
Wow.
because I went to a Catholic school,
Wow.
an all girls. Well, in grade school it's boys and girls, but in high school it's an all girls school. And most of our teachers, especially in religious studies, they are nuns, and then either we have another religion teacher who is single, and then they become nuns. So sabi ko, okay, gusto ko
Wow.
maging madre at saka teacher. And then fast forward, after 5 children, imposibleng maging nun. Hindi na pwede. And then I was influenced by my sister, my younger sister, who wanted to become a doctor. So nawala yung teacher part. I went into science, and then I went into
Mm.
medical school for 1 year. But then after 5 kids, I have to choose. So I chose my children over medical school. But then,
Yes.
with 5 children to feed, hindi uubra yung sweldo lang ng husband ko at that time. So, ex-husband ko na ngayon. And he is happily married, and I'm happy for him sa Philippines. So, hi
Sure.
na rin. Sige.
Uh-huh.
So, sabi ko, naku, hindi po pwede. I need to have a job. So, I went back to school, pero this time I chose education. And that
Oh, that was it.
springboarded my career as a teacher.
Oh, so you graduated as Bachelor's of Science.
In biology. in
In
biology. Not
biology.
as a science teacher talaga. Not,
Correct.
so I think now in the Philippines, you as a teacher, you're supposed to take your license to become a teacher.
Yes, of
At that
course.
time, I was teaching in the Philippines. At that time, it wasn't regulated yet. It wasn't demanded yet. So I was able to teach in high school.
Ah, how many years there that
I
you
was there
taught?
I was there for about 2.5 years. I did teach in a school where I also graduated.
Cool. Tita
And
Josie, this is very interesting.
Yes, it is. My question is, when you were asked what you want to become, right away you say a nun.
and
What inspired you to have that in mind?
Right.
I mean, what did you see, or what did other people tell you? You
oh,
know, that's very unusual.
Correct. Yeah.
Mary's College is a school run by nuns. So everywhere you go, you would
Oh,
see nuns, and then we had a very good principal. And then I remembered Sister Teresa, my Christian living teacher. She was really inspiring, and also siguro yung early introduction ng parents ko to love God and love Jesus.
Wow.
Parang parang ganun.
Wow. Yes.
oh,
Yes.
I see. Ang
Yeah.
haba ng pangalan mo, no? Everly Rose
Opo.
Santos Camarillo. Sabi ko, did you have a signature?
Opo,
Do
very
you
short.
really have a certain signature that, o ganun lang?
Okay. So,
Lahat kami ano eh, two names. Two names kami po sa family. Six
Oh,
children, two names po.
I see.
Mm-mm.
That is
okay,
very
Evs.
unusual, though, for a Filipina to have an Everly name. I mean,
Opo. I
I
was
haven't
with
heard that.
Everly Brothers.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That is
Oh,
right.
that is why.
That is right. You know, nabasa ko yun.
Ito
Okay.
namatay na si ano eh, si Don Everly. So
Yeah,
wala.
that is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, right now, where are you teaching and what kind of students that you are teaching?
Yes, I teach at the New York Military Academy in Cornwall and Hudson in New York. So it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Manhattan. And it's a military school. It has been established since 1889. And if you go to the website, it will tell you that it has graduated 10,000 cadet leaders and one president, and that is President Donald Trump. He was
Oh,
here in, yes,
Oh,
he was here for 5 years. He was here for 5 years, I think from seventh grade all the way until 12th grade. And he was a very good student. I think,
oh,
opo, I think nakita na yata yung early signs or early characteristic of a future
a
leader.
leader. Uh-oh.
So he had, I think S4 ang kanyang position, and his rank was either captain or higher than that. And kung
Oh,
nakita niyo po yung kanyang yearbook, ang dami, talagang very active po siya, very active. He was an athlete, he, um, he joined a lot of clubs, and very smart, especially in business siguro, because,
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
mhm.
oh,
Oh,
wow. Nice to know. And so, when you say, can you describe the curriculum? Because this is the first time that I interviewed Tita. This is our first time that we interviewed a teacher teaching in the military academy, right?
yes,
Most of
yes,
uh, most of the teachers that we are interviewing, there are all most of them are teaching in public schools and
yes,
private schools, right, Tita?
correct.
And this is very interesting. That's why Tita Josie, I did invite Everly. So to tell us also the difference of the curriculum, at least we can identify that there is a special. Is there a special curriculum in there as military academy
I
compared
think,
to public
yeah, I think
schools?
so. So the history of NEMA, which is an acronym for New York Military Academy, is definitely it's a military academy for high school students. So it's a private school. Pero hindi po siya hindi po siya regulated ng government, unlike West Point. West Point is about, I say, around 3 miles away from us. So they usually mistake our students as students of West
West
Point.
Point.
They're not. So West Point is for college and they are funded by the government. But NEMA is a private, it's a private high school. So I guess noon po, when it started, definitely they have a superintendent who is a military person. The dean, probably most of the faculty are military people, but then through time it has changed.
Oh.
The students also did change. The students did change. The population right now of NEMA is, of course, we have local students, and then we have students from Connecticut, from the different states, and we have one student from Washington State, and then some of them are from China, from Korea, and from Taiwan. So
Oh.
diversified group. And the only military part, so we do follow a curriculum which is Common Core, but then on Saturdays they do have cadet life and
Ah,
cadet activities. So I think that's the military part.
I
So
see.
that's so na ano na po na our dean is a lay person. She is not a military person. Our superintendent is not a military person. The owner of the school is not a military person, but
Ah,
they still have their class A's, class B's, class C. Um, Yun lang yung military part. Hindi na ganun ka-rigid, Tita and Miss Judy. It's not as rigid as
I see.
I see. So,
Okay. Tita Josie, may follow-up question ka?
well, my follow-up question will be more personal, no? Tayong mga Pilipino, I mean, ang dami nating mixture ng ano natin, no? Ethnicity natin, no? Pero ikaw, masyado kang inchik tingnan. You know
ay,
what? Ang puti-puti, ang lahat. You know what I'm trying to say, you know? Kung titingnan ka, you don't talk Chinese, you know? Ako naman, pag ako titingnan, ako nga natatawa nga ako with my flat nose. Sabi nila, Amerikana daw ako. Sabi ko, what? Just because I have a blonde hair? You're kidding me. But let me know what is your mixture, should I say? May dugo ka ba ng incheck? Ano
ang
ang
mother ko po, ang mother ko is 12% Chinese.
siya?
So meron po kung 5% na Chinese, pero maputi po talaga ang mom ko. Tapos among 6 children, tatlo po kami na dark skin, pero yung tatlo mapuputi.
Ako puti.
And ang father ko po talagang Pilipinong-Pilipino.
Okay. So talking about that, all right, I'm very proud to say that we have a Filipino teacher, not a Chinese teacher, not a Korean, but a Filipino teacher there in that academy, military academy school. And tell us, Everly, how many Filipino teachers in there?
I'm the only one.
Oh, you see, Tita?
Oh,
Mm-mm. I'm the only,
Wow, you must
they
be,
are lucky.
yeah,
I
and
think
you must be a very good teacher to be hired in there to
it's,
teach science,
I think,
right? Especially the science, Tita.
thank you so much for the compliment, but I think it comes with 23 years of experience.
Yeah.
20 of experience po talaga. So I will not deny na I'm good, I'm a good teacher, and I
Yes,
try
you
to do
are.
my best. And I try
Very
to
good. Yes, yes.
kasi it's not for me, but tinatayo ko po yung reputation nating mga Filipino na we are really excellent in any field, whether it be education, nursing, medicine, engineering, entertainment, arts, communication arts, like this radio show. Talagang ingat na ingat po ako dyan. And pagdating po sa pagtanggap sa akin dito sa NIMA, I started applying po in 2016. And I kept on applying, I kept on applying, talagang perseverance din po. Kasi
Talaga.
alam, mahirap pumasok.
Yes.
Alam,
Yeah, of
That
course.
is great.
in
Yes.
2020, suddenly I received a call, and then, so after 4 years, I got accepted. Hindi, it's not overnight din po. It's not instant yung pagtanggap sa akin.
Wow. Nice to hear this. So, Evs, can you tell us your experience teaching? I know that you taught also in Chinatown, right?
And in
High school
Harlem,
ba yon?
I
High
taught for
school.
2 years in Harlem.
And Harlem, right? Yes.
That's how
So
I came to. Oh no, I think I got confused. Yeah, I taught for 2 years in Harlem and then went to Chinatown and then I
correct.
met.
You met me. Now, I want you to tell us how your experience in teaching in that academy school and
Mhm.
compared to other schools, two schools that you came from.
Right. So here I am more confident. I think it comes with age, it comes with the experience that you have, it comes with the philosophies that you practice. So I am more confident compared to the rookies. But when I started teaching in 1999, oh my goodness, I wanted to go home right away because number one is I have a very bad accent. Talagang matigas na matigas yung accent ko. There was a time I was teaching and I said the word medium and my students were laughing and said, what are you smoking? What's medium? I said, small, medium, large. And Miss Baton, medium. That's how
I still do. I still say that.
Medium. Okay.
accent pa lang po, palpak na. So I have to learn. Talagang I have to learn. I have to watch a lot of shows. I have to keep on practice. I have to enunciate well. Tapos, talagang it took me a while. It took me a while. And then may bullying going on. I had an experience in Harlem. Inabangan talaga ako ng parent.
Wow.
Inabangan ako ng parent because tayo mga Pilipino, we go to work early and then we go home late. So it was I think mga 6 in the evening na during winter. Nakita ko talaga yung parent tapos talagang inaway niya ako, binuli niya ako. All because I have to give a grade, a very low grade to her son who did not hand in work. No matter how much I ask him to hand in work. Pero para sa kanya parang you have to let it go. You know, these are inner city kids. You
Right.
have you have to be more flexible. So it's a learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You
But
know,
how about, yeah,
Yeah.
how about this?
ang isang joke ni Joko, sabi niya ganyan, alam nyo, ang mami ko, ang tagal na dito sa Amerika, mas grabe pa ang English niya. Mentras daw nag-improve.
Jokoy! Di ba? Hindi. Well, Joseph! Joseph! Right. Correct. So, okay, that was your experience sa Harlem. Pero yung John Evs, ano ang mga difficulties mo as a teacher? Mga
Uh,
challenges mo?
all right. Ang difficult, first is, napansin ko yung turnover. So, napansin ko po yung mabilis ang turnover. So, here in Nima, they provide you with housing. So, if they provide you with housing,
Wow. Tita, you heard that?
it's, opo, they provide you with housing. So, if they provide you with housing, automatic ang isipin mo, ano ang sweldo? Hindi ganun kataas ang sweldo.
I see.
Mm.
Hindi ganun kataas ang sweldo. And then, of course, yung trabaho medyo different kasi after school, we have to cater to the cadets kasi they are boarding. And even if we have TAC officers, we have to volunteer our time as teachers on how the activities should be supervised. So most likely we have to work until Sunday. So if a teacher doesn't like that, or an applicant doesn't like that, or a teacher who has been teaching for a week would leave, we definitely understand. So yung turnover po mabilis. So those are the things that this school year we have to talk about. If not money, ano ang pwedeng magpa-minimize ng teacher turnover? Kasi ang hirap eh, ang hirap
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Kasi
Iti-train nila.
right. Mm-mm. Kasi
Okay.
yung mga teachers, they already know what to teach. Alam na nila. Talagang ang problema is compensation. Compensation and how to make them stay. So those are the things na tapos being ano po, I got promoted po this school year as a department chairperson for STEM. So
Good.
yun pa ang aking iniisip na ko, paano kaya magsistay ang teacher? Kasi kawawa ang student. Laging student po ang kawawa pag palit ng palit ang teacher eh. Sila po ang affect.
Yeah,
I
yes,
see.
yes.
Mhm.
But you are well provided with that the benefit, the shelter. I was
Oo.
there. I Tita Josie, I visited her, And the house is good actually. A lot
Okay.
of how many how many bedrooms? 3 or 4? Oh,
four
you
bed.
see, tita,
Wow.
yeah, yes.
Teacher,
Malaki, tita.
may
And
pati po ano, staff. So if you are working here as a non-teaching staff, you can choose a one-bedroom apartment, a two-bedroom apartment, or a house kung may family ka and kids. But then, syempre po, parang merong mga security payment na ibabalik naman if you leave. And
Right.
then, responsible for your electricity, gas, and cable. But then, free ang rent. And
oh, malak
Paano ang Medicare nyo? Ang medical, I mean.
ang,
insurance na.
it's ano po, Empire.
Blue Cross?
Empire
I
Blue.
see.
Opo.
Okay,
You
so
pay for it.
that's
We
very
don't
good.
pay for it.
Yes.
Ibabawas po sa sweldo.
You pay for okay. Okay.
Every
Mm-mm.
check po. Mm-mm.
Okay. Pero hindi, may portion naman tita ang school at sila may portion
Opo.
man. Oo,
Okay.
yun ya, hindi man all. Pero I have a question, Everly.
Mhm.
Um, sa whole experience mo, in whole experience as a teacher, what are some of the challenges that you have encountered na masabi mo na challenge ka talaga?
Oh,
The whole experience mo.
recently lang ang challenge ko is because yung boss ko, she started hiring applicants with PhDs.
Ooh.
Yung boss ko. So, syempre po, pag may PhD yan, mataas ang expectation yan. Kasi ang
Right.
taas ng aralan eh. Wala po akong PhD. I don't have a PhD. Pero, itong particular teacher, zero experience as a teacher.
Yeah.
And then, kanyang heritage is African. So, hindi African-American, pero Africa. And then, coming from a wealthy family, kasi all 7 years niya dito sa Amerika, all he did was study and study and study. He never worked.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
two masters and one PhD in science.
Wow.
Mhm. So, pagdating niya dito, ang expectation niya very high. Eh, ang mga students namin, our students with, all of them have different abilities of learning.
Right.
Ayoko
Mm.
to call it a disability. So you have to be more patient, more flexible in
Mm.
curriculum, right? You have to be more understanding. You have to be you need to work with them. You need to work with them. Anyway, the population for each class is small. It's not that big. The biggest number we have in each class, I think, is the biggest number I know is around 18, and the smallest is 1. Para kang nag-tutor lang. And they pay a lot of money. You know, I think they pay. I'm not so sure. I think I can't remember. I think they pay 50,000 a year, including housing. So So, in-expect nitong particular teacher na to na aside from bayaran siya ng mas malaki compared to other teachers is that the kids are already smart, right?
Oh.
And his sabi niya yung discipline part, Miss Platon, that's not my problem. So I have to tell him, in teaching pre-K up to 12, there are two pillars, right? One is the teaching and learning process, that's one pillar, and the other one is supervision. Minsan
Right.
mas importante yung supervision because you have a well-prepared lesson plan. Andyan lahat yung materials mo. Andyan lahat ng technology mo. Talagang ready to go. If you cannot manage your class for 1 minute,
Exactly.
sira kagad ang lesson mo.
Mm.
So, ayaw niya yon. Tapos, coming from a woman, ayaw niya rin. So, that's a big challenge for me. Yeah, so number 1. Number 2 is if the students don't like you, right? What do you do? In the beginning, they will really, butt heads with you so
Mm.
that you will not like them.
Totoo yan.
And then you will end up doing nothing. So you really have to have a plan. May backup plan ka sa backup plan mo sa backup plan mo.
Exactly.
Kailangan
That's
Totoo
good.
yan. Totoo yan. I hope marinig ito ng mga teachers. May
Oo.
backup plan ka talaga.
Kailangan may backup plan ka sa backup plan mo at sa backup plan. Iba-iba yung mga estudyante.
Totoo yan.
Yung isa aggressive,
Totoo.
yung isa passive aggressive. Yung isa babatuhin ka na lang siguro ng ano, alam mo
Wow.
may mga high schools eh. Talagang yung mga emotions nila, talagang through the roof.
Totoo
Wow.
yan.
Mga hormones nila.
Grabe.
So
Pero
yun.
you know, if you overcome such obstacles in your teaching, it become to be a challenge, you know, and a motivation in your part na, hey, nag-champion ako dito, kaya I got you.
It doesn't happen all the time. Kaya siguro I really love teaching. I'm passionate about teaching kasi it doesn't really happen all the time. Pero pag nangyari, so sa mga rookies, sa mga bagong teacher, just hang in there. Hang in there kasi ang rewards is grabe. It's beyond money, it's beyond material things. Grabe ang reward talaga.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Totoo yan.
That is good.
Tita, mayroon ka pang question sa ka-Evs?
Ang aking question ay, lahat ng na-interview natin, no? Talagang laging may kasamang math. Talaga ba ang mga Pilipino talagang number one sa math? Talaga bang number one tayo sa pagtuturo ng math sa eskwela?
Ay naku tita, may kwento po ako dyan. Mahina po ako sa math. Lagi ko pong binabagsak yan. Lagi ko pong ulit.
At classmate kayo ni tita at ako.
Kaya lang po yung first year of teaching dito sa Harlem, sabi po ng principal, kulang tayo ng isang math teacher. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay, para may phobia po talaga ako sa math, kaya po
Same with me.
Para ma-overcome ko yung phobia ko, sige, magturo na lang ako ng mag-aral lang ako extra Saturday, Sunday. Kaya doon po nag-start yung career ko as a math teacher. Pero kung tutuusin ko talaga, ayoko ng math ngayon. Dala po ang math. gusto ko po ang math.
Grabe.
So, para po sa mga gustong takot sa math na teachers, pwede niyong i-try po yun to overcome your phobia. Just jump into it. Yeah. Sige, try nyo kahit 1 year.
Yes, talaga paborito yan. Ang paborito ko talaga ang history, ang literature, you know, in Spanish, which was electives before, remember? I love those subjects. Pero talagang yung surrender ako dyan. Yeah,
okay. Sa na-read ko dito, na-read ko bala sa tita, the story of Everly that she gave us. Mayroon ditong mga philosophies in life niya or masasabi nating mga philosophies niya sa teaching. At na-mention dito ni Everly na nagsabi siya na it is better to ask forgiveness than permission sometimes. What does it mean by this, Evs?
It's an idiomatic expression. Expression. And it usually happens in an educational setup. Because yung sa administrators kasi very strict sila talaga sa rules, but sometimes, so for example I cannot have a microwave in my classroom, but I need it for gel electrophoresis para sa AP biology.
Correct.
Kasi if I will move it sa lab, which is nasa basement, by the time na umakyat yung mga bata with their gel, baka mapaso sila kasi mainit eh. So para sa safety nila, I need a microwave in my classroom. But then sasabihin ng admin, Everly, yung fire marshal, di pa pwede yan eh. So instead na magpaalam ako, gagawin ko na lang. Lagay ko yung microwave, gawin namin yung pag nahuli, I'll ask for forgiveness after the experiment, ibaba. So, kesa hindi ko gagawin, kesa i-eliminate ko yung lab, hindi matututo yung mga bata, mag-ask na lang ako ng forgiveness sa aking and then I'll tell them na binaba ko na yung microwave, natapos na namin yung lab. So, pagdating ng Marshall, wala na yung microwave sa classroom.
True. Okay. Great. I love that. nice na explanation to. Okay. Tita Josie, you have more?
Yeah, I noted that nang nagpunta ka dito, which will be way back, no? We are talking about the present right now. Pero I'm kind of moved when nagpunta ka sa United States. That was in 1981.
Oh,
how did you feel? Is it 1988?
1998.
Oh, 1990? What is
98. 1998 siya, tita. When she came.
1998? Okay, I don't know why I put 19. Okay, tama, 1988. Nung magpunta ka sa US, what was your first, how would I say, experience ng bumaba ka sa airport, you know? Was there any changes sa yung pakiramdam mo? Yun, masaya ba na o nalungkot ka ba? Or is it something adventurous for you?
Ano po, mixed feelings, tita. Tita
Oh.
Jude, and the mixed feelings po talaga kasi um, iniwan ko po yung 5 kids ko. Napakasakit po talaga noon, but I am doing this for them. And then yung mom and dad ko, buhay pa noon ng father ko. Tapos iniwan ko yung mga friends ko, ano, iniwan ko yung life ko. Inaprot ko pa talaga ang sarili ko sa sa isang lugar na comfortable ako to a place na
Right.
totally foreign po para sa akin.
That's
Pero,
what I was thinking. Ang lakas ng loob niya. Tsaka, wow, what a challenge, you know? I'm going to America. Yeah, it is America, big opportunity land. But then you're alone, you know? And my
yung family
goodness.
po, kasi yung family po ng father ko at saka ng mom ko nasa Virginia, South Carolina, and South Jersey. Eh, napunta po talaga ako sa New York, sa Manhattan. So hindi ko po alam kung ano gagawin. Kaya talagang dasal na lang po ng dasal at saka ano po, nag-build po talaga ako ng relationship. Naghanap ako ng mga friends. Buti na lang
Ano?
Ma'am Judy.
Yeah, I met her. I met her, tita, when she was teaching in Chinatown. And then I didn't know that that time that she was my neighbor. She told me that, oh, she asked me, where do you live? Harlem. In where? In 133rd Street. Oh, I'm living there in 141st.
141st. 147
So it's like just 7 blocks away.
blocks
My
away.
Oh, you
goodness.
see? And then we became friends until now. That was
Oh,
2000,
that's nice.
2001, I think.
2001 until now. So we're just
20 years.
we cherish the lifetime friendship, the gift of friendship.
I see.
Everly, after in your story that you sent us,
Mhm.
when I read this, I was touched, very touched, when you said that after the after the school closed here in Chinatown,
Yeah.
somewhat 4 years that you have not gotten a job, right, in teaching.
Yeah, a permanent job.
So
I'm heartbroken talaga.
right, you did a lot of searching also of just to survive. Can you tell us about the story from there? And then at least after 4 years, you have given that time to
Mhm.
opportunity again to teach.
Right.
But in that 4 years, anong kapit mo hanggang ngayon?
Panginoon.
Naka-teach ka pa, yes.
Talagang si Jesus lang talaga. Talagang hanggang ngayon. So, when the school closed, I thought I would, so St. Joseph in Monroe, in Chinatown, I thought will be a forever school. Doon ako mag-retire, doon ako doon na ako tatanda. Tapos, kasi same principal and everything. Yung comfort zone ko talaga, yun na talaga ano, yung status ko hindi nasisira until nag-iba yung archdiocese, and then they plan to merge schools. So first they merged 2 schools, it did not work, and then now nag-decide sila to totally close the schools, and they've been doing that to most Catholic schools, especially here in New York City. Um, so when they closed the school, na ano po talaga ako, heartbroken po talaga ako. Sabi ko,
Yeah.
I won't teach anymore. Ayoko na mag-teach, I'll do something else. Mag-aaral ako ng nursing, mag-caregiver ako, magbenta ako ng ganito.
Yeah.
Pero may a little bit of teaching ako kasi I went into an after-school program, which is math science. So parang nagti-teach pa rin ako, nagtututor. Pero all those years, talagang I prayed and nag-focus ako sa sarili ko. And then at that time, nandito na yung twin daughters ko, si Jenica and Jessica. So I tried to rebuild our relationship nung twin daughters ko, nung nandito na sila. And then before I went back to teaching, by accident, talagang nag-pray ako at nagsabi kay Jesus na, if you really want me to go back to teaching, then you have to lead me, Lord. You have to lead me. I cannot do it on my own. Kasi honestly po, Tita and Ma'am Jude, you know this, you both know this, napakahirap po talaga maging teacher. Because I remembered one of my friends, Maricel, who is a doctor and who is now working here as a private nurse. I invited her to teach here when we lost one teacher. And she is a bio graduate kasi classmate ko po siya nung college sa BS Bio, and then classmate ko rin po siya sa medical school. Sabi niya, "Oy nako, Everly, my mom is a teacher." Sabi niya, I really admire her, but I saw my mom, yung hirap ng trabaho niya, and I think I cannot do that. You know, being a teacher that's a God-given talent. You know, so I really appreciate all our teachers. Yun ang sinabi niya, mahirap po talaga maging teacher. Pero once na you
Yeah.
get the hang of it, parang okay na. Doable naman. Ganun.
Pero I think your father had such a great influence on you kasi I read also sa ano mo, bio mo na your father told you never stop learning.
Oo. Opo. Yun ang naalala ko sa dad ko talaga. Talagang, I think he stopped going to school a year when he got sick. Pero nagma-masters po siya, nagpi-PhD siya, tinapos yung MBA niya. Gusto po talaga niyang mag-aral.
Yeah.
Kasi sabi niya, alam mo anak, yung pag-aaral, yan ang kayamanan na, it's a cliche, pero
Exactly.
yan ang kayamanan na na hindi siya surmountable by money, pero yan ang maipamamana ko. Pero alam mo, Tita, Ma'am Jude, totoo yan kasi alam mo naman, may problema lagi sa pamilya, di ba? And ewan ko kung mapapanood to ng pamilya ko. Di namatay na pa yung father ko. Eh di syempre, kailangan ng mag-liquidate ng mga, yan, yung mga properties na yan.
Ari-arian.
Naku, Tita, di piso, wala akong nakuha.
Oh.
Pero sabi ko na, oh sige, sa mga kapatid ko na lang at saka yung mom ko. Pero naalala ko yung tatay ko, sabi niya, yan lang, yun nga pinamana niya sa akin. Yung
Yeah.
education.
Yeah.
And you are here in America.
Oo. And I will always be grateful.
You know, Everly, my daughter once, I was talking to my daughter kasi I was telling her about this bucket list that I wrote for myself. And one of them is to get a bachelor's degree in journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Sabi ng anak ko, Mom, bakit ka pa mag-bachelor's? You're okay in your grammar. I said, no. Sabi ko, I'm not good in that. Sabi, yes, you are. Sabi ko, no. I keep saying, I want to get my bachelor's. Sabi niya, why? I said, my self-satisfaction.
Yes, Tita, do it. Do it.
I got it. Sabi niya, okay. Pero ayaw nila, matanda ka naman.
Wala problema.
Wala
katapusan. As what you said.
Yeah.
Everly said that. Walang katapusan.
Yeah.
Never give up in teaching.
Exactly.
Right.
But when I read that line about your father, I was nodding my head. I was reading. Yeah, I said.
But sa nakilala ko sa Everly, Everly is a very good writer, tita. Very good to siya. Yeah. Sometimes, when I write something, Evs, pwede mo ma-edit. Siya ng editor ko. Ito. So because of that, sabi dito ni Everly that she was part of a campaign for educators by the Hudson Valley magazine. And she was recognized as one of the recipients of the Teacher Award for our country. Can you tell us about this, Elves?
Oh, yes. So I got an email last year from Hudson Valley Magazine. They wanted to interview me, and they wanted a picture of me kasi someone nominated me to be a recipient of the Teacher Award for so this is the magazine. That's a magazine.
Oh.
So, and I'm very humbled po talaga. Kasi of course other teachers here in NEMA are are equally or even more,
Of
qualified
course, yeah.
to
Pero
get this.
isa ka napili.
Opo, napili po ako.
Good.
Oh, Pinoy
Congratulations.
yan, Pinoy yan.
Pinoy kami.
Tinitignan
Pinoy
ko
yan.
ibang teachers dito, parang tayo lang po ang Pilipino.
Oo.
Yeah, isang Pilipino dyan sa military academy school
Opo.
dyan. And we're very proud of you. So
Thank you.
tell us about that magazine.
So I think it was released on February, pero it's for the month of March. And then andyan po ako.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sweet. Congratulations. Very proud
congratulations.
friend here.
So, being a teacher is not only teaching the perfect lesson. Being a teacher also is, gaining the trust of your students and being available for them when you are needed. And also, being flexible. Pag alam mong may estudyante ka na talagang hindi makuha yung lesson, baka naman pwedeng after class, 10 minutes, i-reinforce mo lang yung lesson sa kanya hanggang maintindihan niya. Kasi sometimes you have students who will ask for help, you have students who won't ask for help. Yeah.
Right.
As an adult and as a human being, alam mo that they need your help. Kasi sometimes the concepts are really, really very challenging, um, especially advanced placement subjects like
Right.
bio, statistics, calculus. Pang college na po kasi yun eh. So when they go to college and they have that in their transcript, they don't have to take the class in college anymore. So
Oh.
college po talaga. So
That's great.
yun.
You know, you're not the only interviewee that we have that specify and emphasize on the relationship of a teacher and student, which is always become to be a must. Because without that, you will not be effective. You know?
Opo. You have to get to know
Totoo
your
yan.
students kasi they are not just a number, they
Right.
are not just a letter, or they are not just, a space filling up a seat, but they are human beings and they're kids. They're
Yeah.
kids. If you're teaching from pre-K to 12th grade, they are kids and you are the adult and you are the teacher. So mas alam mo kung ano ang needs nila. Without
Exactly.
stepping you know, you know what I mean, tita. Kasi sometimes other people they misconstrued yung relationship between a teacher and a student. They cannot go beyond that kasi um, may batas tayo na hindi talaga pwede na
Totoo
And you
yan.
know, sometimes students try to get attention, you know,
Oh, yes.
and sometimes they don't get it at home, you know, and the time and concern and value of his participation in that particular teaching, sometimes that makes them, you know, empowered, you know, and they like that because of the attention that they are getting from you, which is
Right.
very, very good.
Right. Alam niyo po dito nung year 2000, early, I think 1998 to year 2003, there was a program in the education system. It's called No Child Left Behind because most of the students that we have, especially inner city kids, they're lackey students. Ibig sabihin ano sila, yung pag umuwi sila ng bahay, susi lang ang dala nila. Tapos pag uwi nila, walang tao kasi
Right.
yung parents are working.
Exactly.
Ano sila talagang they need so much
Right.
attention and so much
Attention.
love, so much care. Not only not only yung teaching and learning, kundi yung attention talaga.
Right. Exactly.
So we heard a lot of struggles of Everly also when it comes teaching niya din. It's a journey. It's a real journey. And how I wish we have more time. I did not notice. Mga 5 minutes na lang tayo. Grabe, no? 1 hour na lang. 47. Grabe. But anyway, we are going to have our inspirational messages sa ating listeners. And Evs, if you can. Oh, Tita Josie first, and then Everly, and then I will close it. So,
Hey.
Tita Josie, you have?
Okay, yes, I do. This is from Dr. Martin Luther King. It says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. That's good. And that's
True.
my quote for today.
True. True.
Mhm.
Yes. How about you, Elves?
Okay, for me, um, it's a Serbian proverb. It says, "Be humble, for you are made of be humble, for you are made of earth, and be noble, for you are made of stars." There's
Oh,
a
Right.
there's a longer version of this. I think it's desiderata. But this is a short version.
yes. It's good. It's good.
Alright.
Very
Wow,
good.
wow, wow. That's so beautiful. Here is Abraham Lincoln. I think this is a lesson to all of us. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. That means, tiyaga
Just,
lang, Tita Josie. Sabi
yeah, it's
mo,
just like the same with mine. Just keep going
yeah,
forward.
totoo yan. That's
Yeah.
true, Tita.
It's
Wait,
good.
So,
like
'di
Yeah.
ba? Oo. Ah, pahinay-hinay lang,
Yeah.
pakunti-kunti,
Right.
slow-slow lang, pero you are directing to your journey there.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
Good.
So, this is a very good time. Everly, 1 hour na pala. Hindi natin na alam, 1 hour na tayo. We're so
Thank
very,
you.
oh, thank you, Evs. And we are very happy. We are very humble that you accepted the invitation. And
thank you so much.
hope and pray that those people who are teachers, co-teachers, students of yours, those who will listen to this and watch, they will get something, a lesson and inspiration. A
Right.
teacher dito sa from the Philippines, nag-struggle din. Ngayon, nag-teach na sa school, na nag-graduate si President Trump. Isn't this beautiful, Tita?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Ev, sa school na yan, in the history of that school, dami na din kayo na Filipino or ikaw pa lang?
Um, I so this is my second year. So I went to the library and looked at some of the yearbooks. Wala pa akong nakitang Pilipino.
Oh, Tita
Oh,
Josie, right? So we are very proud of you, Evs,
Thank you.
na
I may be
dami
wrong. I may be wrong, pero I went through a lot of yearbooks. I haven't seen a Filipino teacher.
Filipino. Wow. So,
well, they are lucky. They got the best.
yes, yes.
I
Ang
think
Pinoy lang.
yeah,
Ang Pinoy lang.
last semester we had a Filipina guidance counselor, but she had to leave. So pero teacher I haven't seen.
Wow. Tita
Well,
mag
when you take your vacation, come to Vegas.
Oh,
right. Yes,
Give
right.
me a call.
thank you
Right.
so much for the invite. And when you come here po sa New York,
Diyan.
I might
Punta
be.
tayo
Ang
doon sa
dami ko
bahay
ng
niya,
bisita
tita.
taga New
Oo.
York.
Yes, yes, tita. Well, hindi ka na mag-rent, ano, hindi ka na mag-use ng hotel. Nandun na tayo.
you have
Di ba?
Cornwall is
Okay.
a beautiful place.
Right. Thank you, Evs. Thank you, Tita Josie. Tita Pasit, we miss you here.
Yes.
I hope na nandito ka. Pero, Tita Pasit is going to watch this. So,
Yes.
Everly, thank you, thank you. Johan, thank you very much. You
Thank
have a
you.
good night. Thank
Okay, good night.
you.
Thank you, Everly.
Evs. Thank you, Evs.
Thank you.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye-bye.